Hi, I'm Riz. So, today's topic, no topic, a short story, The aleph by George Louis Borges. So, the story, The aleph, it's a great story, like mind-blowing, mind-bending, mind-opening story. Like, this story is like if Christopher Nolan wrote a short story. The story is basically a Christopher Nolan. If Christopher Nolan wrote short stories instead of making films, this is what he will create. The aleph by George Louis Borges. You have to read this shit. This is peak. This is so good. In the story, some things happen. Don't care. The main point is the writer is Borges himself, and he finds this place where there is this one point where in this one point he can see all ever, like all of past, all of future, all of present. He can see himself right now, his birth, his death, everything. He starts to mourn his own death at the point where he at the same time can see his birth. This one point he can see all ever. Extremely good story. Like if you are someone who likes Christopher Nolan's works or sci-fi or fiction or science or like these kind of science related topics, not really science but science fiction, this is great. And science fiction is nothing but science. Science fiction is part of real science. Science fiction is not imaginary. Science fiction is science that is not made yet but will be made in future. Like every sci-fi thing you can imagine, every sci-fi thing ever imagined by any writer will be true in future. Because we cannot imagine things that are not possible. Everything you can imagine, it is possible in reality. Not now maybe, but it is possible, will happen eventually. Everything from everywhere. The story is great. Absolute amazingness. The story is really good. And I think you can even like read it for free also. I think it's free on the MIT website. If you go on the MIT website, it's free there. It's free on the MIT website. It is really good Spanish literature. Really good. Actually, Spanish literature, I have read others also. Spanish literature got a lot of good stuff. A lot. Like if you just pass the barrier of language, somehow you can, like if you watch an anime with subtitles, if you watch a foreign film with subtitles, if you read a book with translations, a whole new world opens up to you. Because the literature, the film that is in your language is restricted in a way that it is your language only. Now same language creates a barrier, which is you and another person who made the film from the same region of language will think in a similar way, will have certain unknown biases towards things. But the moment you watch a foreign film, you realize that your world is not the world. Your world is part of the world. The world is bigger than your world. There's your world and there's my world and then there's the world. And this realization, most people never get it because like on earth, if you go to a lot of most places people really live with this belief that the world revolves around themselves or their place or their city, their town, their country, because like people take pride in these things, which is like kind of good and kind of a psychological manipulation by their governments Like every single country's government wants their people to be a certain way, so that they can run the country smoothly. Like, how do you keep worker ants happy about working forever? Like, if you're the honey, if you're the queen bee, and you want the worker bees to keep working till the point of exhaustion, how do you make them do that? You make them proud of their fucking that thing. What's that called? Fuck. Basically, where they stay, that whole thing, yellow thing. I forgot what it's called. You make the worker bees proud of their nest or whatever that's called, where they store their honey. That yellow thing where they stay. You make the worker bees proud of that. So I think that is also there, but at the same time it's a very pure and amazing thing. Like, you should being proud of your country and place. It's good, it's amazing, fine. This story is absolutely something you have to read, and it's a short story, which means it's not going to take your time. Very short story. Like, it's a small story, you will get it done super quick. It's really short story, but after you get it done, the story continues. You read the story, and then after you're done, the story continues in your head. You get the story on the paper done, then the rest of the story continues in your mind. You're gonna think about this shit. You will. If you really understand the story, then the story stays with you for some time. At least for some time, it stays with you. And this is a story that inspires, like, if you are an imaginative person, and let's say you are in a field of science, or you're in architecture, you're in fashion design, anything, this will inspire you to, instead of innovation, maybe creation of some kind, maybe a discovery or an invention of some kind. It inspires. This is the best thing about science fiction. Science fiction inspire you to create and make the extraordinary ordinary. Like, when you come across sci-fi pushes you to push your boundaries, because sci-fi is a genre of literature that is unlike any other. Like, in romance, you as a writer exaggerate romance that happens in real life, but in sci-fi you don't get to take inspirations from everyday life. In sci-fi, the people who read sci-fi, I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, but those who are, I believe they come to sci-fi for an escape from their real life. They want escape from their real life, they want escape, and for that escape they come to sci-fi. So I think sci-fi really is a special genre. I mean, I just talked about romance genre because I just fucking hate love stories. But still, the point prevails. And yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about something else. I remembered. So there's this, I believe it's this Hermes Trismegistus quote, which is, God is a circle whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means, and I don't even want to know. I don't want to find out, don't care. But I just thought about it, so I wanted to say it. Like, I just thought about this as soon as I read the story. I read the story some time ago, and yeah, the aleph, great stories. And yeah, and if you have read Borges, and then tell me in the comments what else from Borges should I read. Like, what else from Borges is like great, or like this really amazing, like mind-bending type shit. Because I like these kind of stories, like, I like a piece of work that makes me work, something that engages my mind. If something can mentally, intellectually stimulate me, I love that. Like, I love a person who can mentally, intellectually stimulate me. Like, if I talk to a person, and after I talk to them for 5 seconds, I want to talk to them for more. That's amazing. Usually when I talk to someone, in under 5 seconds, my soul dies. I don't want to talk anymore. And yeah, the aleph by George Louis Borges. Go read this shit. It's free on the MIT website. You just search on Google this you just on Google search the aleph, you'll find it on the MIT website. It's a great story. You have to read it. This is amazingness. And yeah, take care of yourself. Take action, small action, but do take action on your daily life. Keep moving forward slowly but surely. If you are in hell, if you are in a very bad place in life, understand this. You are in a tunnel and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now the faster you walk, the quicker you leave the tunnel. But if you can't walk fast, walk slow. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, lie down on the floor and roll yourself. But keep moving forward. Alright, I will see you under the full moon.